Rumors are that allegedly Real Housewives of Atlanta producers are begging Kenya to come back to filming for season 16 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. What's going on? Will Kenya cave? I have some new information that may answer all of those questions and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified, so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. All right, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about, and it centers around rumors that allegedly production is begging Kenya to return to filming of Real Housewives of Atlanta for season 16. What's going on? And will Kenya cave? I have some new information that may answer all of those questions and more. And here it goes. Rumors are that allegedly Real Housewives of Atlanta producers are begging Kenya to return to Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 filming. The source said the cast is struggling bad while filming. None of the newbies are performing well, and allegedly there have been small but minor discussions about scrapping the entire season. To put it simply, said the source, the ladies are boring. It's like watching mediocre IG stories develop. Allegedly, the ladies' storylines are not connecting, and the ladies need a hard reset if they want to save the season. But time is running out, said the source. Allegedly, some producers have been in talks with Kenya and are begging her to return. She is missed by most of the cast and most of the production team. She made their job so easy when it came to moving storylines forward. But now everyone has to work 10 times harder to do and to bring the drama that Kenya brought so easily. Producers have allegedly apologized to Kenya regarding the mishandling of the Brittany Edie hair salon drama. The source said Kenya appreciates the accountability acceptance from the production team, but is putting her mental health first. Kenya said the source just needed a break from all of the drama. That's why she's been on a constant vacation since breaking from filming. Another source said production is trying to make it right with Kenya and allegedly has promised not to show any negative footage from her salon opening. Something the source said that producers think will persuade Kenya to return to filming quicker, ended the source. Now, kinfolk, this is some new information that's coming out of season 16 filming of Real Housewives of Atlanta filming, and its continued drama as always. And it's surrounding Kenya and her big extended pause from filming. Now, kinfolk, the first part of this rumor I can see as being somewhat factual when we look at all the details is this. You know, it just seems just based off of Kenya's social media post that she is just in no rush to return to filming of Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's why I feel like is the biggest telltale sign that Kenya was not in the wrong. Like, if Kenya was in the wrong and she knows she did something that was detrimental to filming and to the brand and the franchise, then her being let go, but then getting her peach offer back to her, she would go running, right? She would not be on vacation. She would be back in there filming. So the fact that she's so relaxed and so carefree in this moment, it just shows you that really she knows that she did nothing wrong, and that everyone was attacking her for no reason, and that she really feels like she is being vindicated in all of this and watching it all unravel. So I really do feel like Kenya is in no rush to get back to filming, no matter what production promises her. But I think Kenya, for the most part, maybe playing her cards right by not being in a rush. And if she didn't return to filming for season 16, I definitely think that for season 17 they will come knocking on her door, probably with more money. So I definitely feel like Kenya may be playing the long-term game when it comes to dealing with this mess that production put her in. Now, kinfolk, the next part of this rumor that I do find also to be very factual is this. You know, this break for Kenya was much needed. This was a much needed break for her because, as you can see, that this season has been nothing but chaos, and it hasn't even really wrapped up filming yet. And I think for Kenya, she found herself in such a good place with fans, and probably in a good place mentally for the past 2 seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta, where she didn't have to play the villain. She didn't have the weight of the villain like on her shoulders. She didn't have the weight of having to constantly be a negative and dark presence on the show in order to drive ratings. And so I kind of feel like she probably feels like she was being brought back into that role. And that's something that once she was done with that, it's something that she probably does not want to return to. And I think that's why she's taking this extended break, because I think she's having this internal conflict in her mind. It's like, do I want to continue to be this lighthearted, fun Kenya that everyone likes and love? Or do I want to have to step back into the mean, dark Kenya that everyone didn't like, but producers loved and was good for ratings? So I really do feel like this is a much needed break for Kenya, for her to sort out some things. And again, I just would not be surprised if she decided not to return this season and just wait until next season to start fresh. And I think that's kind of smart too, because she gets to allow the newbies to really come into their own and see who can emerge as the new villain, so she can come in and be the person who kind of like slays the villain or the giant in season 16. But kinfolk, the next part of this the next part of this rumor that I think is very good to hear, if you are to believe it, is this. I am glad to know or hear that production is taking accountability for the way they mishandled, all of this drama that allegedly happened at Kenya's salon grand opening. I really do feel like production is taking accountability now, because I really do feel like they understand that they rushed to judge Kenya in this instance, because this is a very fragile time for Real Housewives of Atlanta. No one wants to make a misstep, especially production. And they want to make sure the franchise at least lasts, I think, another season. And so them letting Kenya go was them really trying to minimize another lawsuit, negative press, and things of that nature. But it seems as if it just backfired on them. And that's why we're starting to hear all those rumors and all those leaks about Kenya was not fired for any revenge porn. Where do y'all get that from? And it's kind of like, well, you all allowed that narrative to take place over an entire month almost. So that's where we got it from. But I think that backtracking, as we talked about in other videos, really shows that Kenya did nothing wrong, and that production pretty much just mishandled this entire situation, and they're realizing that. So it is good to hear this rumor. This is a rumor right now, just alleged information and speculation, but it's good to hear, and I hope it is true that production is trying to make this right with Kenya, because Kenya has given so much to the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise, producers, and to Bravo, and I would hate to see them treat her so bad, really at this very special time in her life, and at this very pivotal moment for the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise. Now, kinfolk, the other part of this rumor, it has to do with Kenya and where she is basically, I think, mentally when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta, and where she is, I think, when it comes to returning to the franchise. I think I see this as being a better move for Kenya moving forward, and it's this. I think that Kenya could stay away from filming this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta and just come back next season. They, from my sources, are telling me, are approaching the halfway mark of filming for season 16. And so now it's like, okay, well, she's missed not that many weeks of filming, but it is at a place to where she could say, you know what, I'm just going to just fall back from filming. I don't want to put, the season in jeopardy. I don't want Brittany to try to file a lawsuit against you guys and hurt filming. So I'm just going to fall back for the sake of the show and put the show ahead of my own feelings and just allow the show to progress without me and see where I can fit in season 17 or probably even 18, or if ever. I just think that Kenya is in a place in her career where she can make that type of decision. She's not hurting for money. She has a multi-million-dollar hair care brand that's expanding in more stores. And so I think that she has put herself in a very good financial place to where she really can prioritize her mental health and decide when she wants to come back to the franchise, if ever. Now, my sources are saying, and they're very adamant about this, that allegedly production is working very hard to get her back in front of the cameras as soon as possible. So we can very well see a return of Kenya by the end of the month. Sources are saying that filming may be extended just to accommodate Kenya's reemergence at the franchise, or to accommodate even a phasal return. But all that's up in the air right now. But again, I do feel like Kenya has placed herself in a position to where she can just fall back from filming and really prioritize her mental health, something I think that a lot of the ladies probably should do every once in a while when it comes to filming reality TV shows that require so much mental drama. Now, kinfolk, the last part of this rumor that I think is going to make or break whether Kenya returns to filming this season or not. And when I read off this list of things to you all, it may surprise you that she may not return. And you may be surprised at the reason why she may not want to return. And it's this. You know, in talking to my sources are saying that Kenya had a lot to bring this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta regarding her hair care line and her salon. And so my sources are saying that when you hear rumors about Kenya leaving these big holes in production and these big holes in these different storylines, they're basically saying how Kenya's was going to be really the focal point of the entire season when it came to like the business side of things. People are saying that Kenya was going to bring a lot of that Black female empowerment storyline, and Porsha was going to bring back the organic fun side of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And so those two components were very integral in how the show was being storyline and storyboard for this season. And with Kenya being gone, it leaves a big hole in production and in the way they're filming. My sources are saying that Kenya was going to allegedly focus on not only her salon opening and how she's having trials and triumphs with opening salon and running a salon and the ins and out of everything, and the fun staff members that she's going to have on her team. My sources are saying that was going to be a big part of season 16, but also the expansion of the Kenyamoore hair care that's going to be expanded to several stores nationwide. And so that was going to be another great moment for Black female empowerment that a lot of fans were saying was missing from the franchise. And production, from what I'm being told, allegedly was going to focus heavily on that. So for them to make such a rash or rush decision to either allegedly, have Kenya break from filming or suspend her, it really was like a shot in the foot. Like, okay, what are we going to do to fill this space in? And from my sources saying that new girls just are not bringing it, and they're finding it very hard to fill in the gaps in space of their own storyline, let alone trying to fill in Kenya's gaps that are being created by her being on break from filming. But kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below. If you are to believe this rumor, right now just speculation, alleged information, do you think production is right to be begging Kenya to return to the franchise in order to save season 16? Or do you think that the newbies, along with Porsha and Cynthia, can carry the season and it can be successful without Kenya's presence? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Alright, kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys over in the next one. Peace.